Hi, and welcome back to the monthly mortgage update. The headlines in general, especially nationwide, talk about doom and gloom, and that's just not the case here in the Phoenix metro area. And so I want to go through this. And if you are, my job isn't to sell homes. I kind of help people with debt and making decisions and give them clarity. But if you are a first time home buyer and you're sitting on the fence, I don't know what else to tell you. We just hit our 8th record month of increasing in home sales. And so that means like more and more homes are selling each month. And so Phoenix metro area is a pretty hot market, especially nationwide. It's one of the hottest right now. But there's two things to know about the market. One, I've said it over and over again. Over 50% of homes sold have had a seller concession. A seller concession is when you look on Redfin or Zillow and you look at homes that have been on the market for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. And those homes that aren't selling, the seller's saying, what can I do to help you buy my house? I'm not going to lower the price, but I'll throw money at you. I'll give you a concession. I'll give you, and the average amount has been $10,000 to help cover closing costs or whatever. And so concessions are great because they can lower the cost to get into the home, or they can be applied towards the mortgage. And so your monthly payment is lower once you're into the home. And sellers are offering concession. Over 50% of homes sold have had a seller concession. So the two things, one in Phoenix is the seller concessions, be aware of. The other thing is the median home price has dropped to $20,000 in a month. And so this is great news for a home buyer because a seller, when they're struggling to sell their home, the first thing they'll offer is a concession. If they're still struggling, that's when you start to see the home prices come down. So there's definitely been a shift. And so again, if you're a first-time home buyer or just a home buyer in general, and you're on the fence about buying a home, there's tons of negotiation room. There's more homes available. There's more homes available than people buying homes right now. And so it's a great time. The other thing I want to share is this interesting statistic. We talked about first-time home buyers, and then we have people who are much more seasoned home buyers. We have baby boomers, and Arizona's seeing a flood of migration coming in from California and from Texas. And these three cities, Scottsdale, Surprise, and Goodyear, made the top 5 nationwide for baby boomer relocations. So again, there's a lot of home buying going on. If you're a first-time home buyer, there's great deals. If you're a baby boomer and you're looking to relocate, there's a lot of activity going on in Arizona. The last thing I want to share is the types of mortgages that people get are FHA is a government loan. Anyone can get it. VA, you have to be a veteran. But these types of mortgages are rising, and a lot of people will tend to like FHA or VA loans because the interest rates are a bit lower. There's way more details to get into it, and the best way to know the best deal is to talk to a lender and figure out what makes the most sense for you, because everyone's different. The one thing I want to say, if you are a veteran and you've served this country, you are entitled to a VA loan. And I want to make sure you are using that. If you are a veteran and you don't have a VA loan, you are missing out severely. VA loans have lower interest rates, which means lower monthly mortgage payments, and they don't require a down payment. A fantastic deal for home buyers if you're a veteran. And again, if you're not a veteran, there's still fantastic deals to be had in the area. And so probably the biggest question that I get is, well, when are interest rates going to come down? Because I'm just going to wait and wait. And one, I can't predict the future. After COVID, we don't make any assumptions about what's going to happen. Two, there's so much dust in the air when it comes to the tariffs and the getting pushed back and what's going to happen in the marketplace. All I can tell you is what's happening right now. And right now is a good time if you're a buyer to buy a home. And another thing I'll say is, as home prices come down, you remember 2020, as home prices come down, more and more buyers say, okay, I'll jump in at these interest rates. You're going to be too late at that time to get a fantastic deal, because home prices can go up, they can go down, interest rates can go up and down, but home prices, those tend to not go up and down quickly. You can always refinance into a lower interest rate, but you can't just buy a home cheaper. So anyways, that's my 2 cents. If you have any questions about buying a home or what's going on in the market or your current mortgage and maybe ways that we can help you out or with debt consolidation, because we do that too, feel free to reach out. Start your home quest.